Hello and welcome to this video. So when you start your Forex trading, you enter a very daunting world and a difficult world. But luckily for you, you soon discover the easy way out, and that's all of this wonderful material that presents to you the technical indicators that help you make winning trades. I've done a Google search here for Forex Technical Analysis, and you can see that it's turning up all sorts of things here. We've got wedges, Bollinger Bands, trends with moving averages. Goodness knows what this one is on the left hand side here. We've got double bottoms and bullish trends and hammer reversals and support and resistance and all that kind of stuff that you're told, which is basically utter rubbish, but it's presented to you as kind of the easy way out, making you feel like you're putting something in to get something out, when in fact it's a waste of time. And when I was making the course on my channel that shows how to build a backtesting system and a bot, I had a lot of emails insisting to me of how good some of these indicators are. So I thought I'd make a video to demonstrate to you in the best way I can that really this stuff is a waste of time and it's a scam. So on the screen here, I've got a plot of some prices. I loaded the prices from an API and I've plotted our candles here. You can't see what the pair is. There's 150 of them, and we can see we've got the 200 moving average, the 24 period moving average, and the 8 period moving average. So I'd like you to pause the video and just quickly do your own technical analysis, whatever it is you do, to understand whether you want to buy, sell, or just not trade at all. So assuming you've done that, then what I'd like to do now is change the 150 on here to 200. Before I do that, I just want to have a quick look myself at this. So we've got a clear upward trend here. We've had a channel, and then we've had what's known as a breakout, I guess here. We're above the 200 moving average, which everybody tells me means it's an upward trend, but the price has started dropping here. Really, I don't really do any technical analysis, so I have absolutely no idea what's going on here. So I'm going to add on 50 candles here and have a look at what then happened. So this is where we were here, and then the price actually really dropped. It tested this line, as I think the literature says, or the nomenclature is, and then went back up again. And now I don't know what's going to happen to it. Is it going to carry on descending? Are we in some kind of descending channel here? Will it test this line again? Let's add another 50 candles on just quickly, just to have a look what happened. And in fact it didn't. It carried on with this upward trend here. Now, it might be that you applied some kind of technical analysis that I'm not aware of to be able to understand what went on there, and I'd appreciate actually if you put a comment below the video telling me that how you arrived at the conclusion that in 100 candles time the price would have carried on in this kind of shape. I'm generally curious. So now moving on to another pair, you can see that we've got 150 candles again here, and we're going to discover what the next 50 candles are. And again, I'd like you to think about the same thing. Pause the video, have a look at the candles, the patterns, and the moving averages, and whatever it is you do for your technical analysis, and just try and understand what might be happening to the price here. Now, I really have no idea here. I guess there's some kind of channel going up here, and we would expect the price to carry on rising. But we're going to have a look, so I'll add on 50 candles, and the price in fact has turned completely around. This wasn't planned by me, and it's actually plummeted below the line here. I don't know whether maybe we have a support right down here, or we have a support here, so we can expect it to turn around again. Again, pause if you like and have a look. I'm going to add on the next 50 candles, and we can see actually it did hit some kind of support here and has turned around again. In fact, we might reasonably expect that it's going to hit the resistance here and turn again. So let's add another 50 candles on, and indeed we can see that it's turned and gone back and now broken through that support here. Again, if you were able to understand that it might be doing this, or maybe that at this point here there was a trade to be had to buy, I'd like to know in the comments what kind of technical analysis you applied to do this. I'm going to do one more pair. So the last pair of the video then, again, I've hidden what the pair is. We've got the hour candles, the first 150 of them, and we seem to have here a downward channel. If I look at the tips of the candles here, then it's quite clear there's some kind of downward channel. We're in a downward trend. So again, feel free, pause the video, have a look what you think you would do if you were trading. Would you trade or not? Would you buy or sell? And the next 50 candles show that the price did indeed keep falling. And we can see some kind of clear downward channel and then a breakout down the bottom here. If I add on another 50 candles, we can actually see that we actually carried on falling further and further, and in fact this one seems to be in complete free fall. So the question is, again, from this starting point here, were you able to do some kind of analysis that allowed you to see that? Or from the 200 candles, was it more clear that we've got maybe this downward breakout and then you would make a sell? So from the 3 demonstrations I've shown you, answer the question to yourself honestly. Were you able to look at that chart and make, let's say, a probable guess as to where the price was moving, knowing nothing about the economy, knowing nothing about the market, but purely applying some kind of technical knowledge and analysis to the chart, much like we see here with all of these lines and things like that. If the answer is yes, I'm going to show you something rather interesting here. This get price data is actually a function which generates random walk data. So if I change this to a 1.100 and just execute here, I can rerun this and get myself another couple of hundred randomly generated candles. Let's go back to 150. If I just run it again, you can see I get a different shape. If I run it again, you can see I get a different shape. And all it's doing is doing something called random walk. And random walk is you start at a certain point and then you just add or subtract more or less the same amount each time. A little bit of randomness, a little bit of randomness for the high and lows. And what you end up with is a set of realistic looking price plots. So if you were able to apply some kind of analysis, you were applying analysis to random numbers. And this should tell you the essence of the technical analysis that you're being educated to do. It's random. Prices move because they're affected by the economy. They're affected by politics. They're affected by the movement of oil, of gas, of wheat, of sugar, by the Swiss bank deciding to buy back a load of their dollars or something like this. What they for sure are not affected by is the colours or the position of certain lines on a certain chart. So whilst there are big gains to be made and a good living to be made from Forex trading and commodities trading, it won't happen with the technical analysis of charts in this way. So I hope this video has helped convince you a little bit of that, and I wish you all the best in your trading future.